So today we're going to continue talking about similar figures. We're going to extend our knowledge of similar figures, and we're going to be solving for missing side lengths today. Now the question is going to ask us, find the value of x in each pair of similar figures. Before we find the value of x or go over how to find the value of x, this question, these directions are telling us something very important. They're telling us that these figures are similar. That's key because we know a couple important things about similar figures. Well, one, we know they're the same shape. We also know that similar figures are ratios of lengths of corresponding sides are equal. So we know the ratios of the lengths of corresponding sides are equal. That part of the definition is going to be helpful when we're finding this missing value of x. So we have the definition of similar figures above. Ratios of lengths of corresponding sides are equal. But what exactly does that mean? If you remember from yesterday, corresponding sides are sides that are in the same position. So we have this side AB, and its corresponding side would be DE. They're in the same position. AB and DE would be corresponding sides. Now if we're looking at AB and DE, well, we know DE is twice as large as side AB. And if you're saying, well, how do we know that? Well, if we set up this ratio, side DE to side AB, we'd set it up as 6:3. If I simplify the ratio 6:3, I'd end up with 2. Once again, we're setting up a ratio, length of one side of a triangle to the length of the corresponding side of the other triangle. 6/3 would be our ratio, and that would simplify to 2. Now that tells us that side DE is twice as large as side AB. Now in setting up that ratio and simplifying, I actually just found out what the scale factor of this triangle is, or these triangles are. The scale factor happens to be 2. So in setting up that ratio, we actually found the scale factor. It's 2. If you remember from yesterday, the definition or the way to find the scale factor is set up a ratio of the length of one side to the other corresponding side of our triangle. So we have the length of one side to the other side, 6:3. Simplify that, we end up with 2. We know the scale factor of this triangle is 2. Now because these triangles are similar, I know something important about this triangle. In finding that scale factor, that 2, that tells me each set of corresponding sides, so for instance BC and EF, also share that scale factor. In other words, EF is also going to be twice as large as side BC. Why is that the case? Because the triangles are similar. The ratios of the lengths of corresponding sides are all equal. Because this ratio simplified to 2, that means every side of that second triangle, that DEF, must be twice as large. That last set of corresponding sides, AC and DF, once again, DF must be twice as large as side AC. Okay, that scale factor is constant in this problem. Okay, they are similar figures. So we found the scale factor, and we know the scale factor happens to be 2. If you remember from yesterday, well, that tells us from triangle ABC to triangle DEF, it's twice as large. In other words, triangle DEF is enlarged by a scale factor of 2. So remember that word, when a triangle is becoming bigger, that second triangle is bigger, we call it an enlargement. So we have our scale factor. Now it's going to ask us, what is the length of side DF? In other words, solve for x. Now a couple ways to do this. You might look and say, well, I know the scale factor is 2. You might say, well, I know side length AC is 4. So you might say, well, 4 times 2 equals 8. X must equal 8. Once again, you might use that scale factor. That's one method. Now that method often will get you the right answer, but for many problems, it's not the best approach. Okay, so as we start working with maybe problems where the scale factor isn't easy to notice from the start, we want to use a different method. The other method is using a proportion to find the missing side length. So once again, we know the definition of similar figures. The ratios of the lengths of corresponding sides are equal. That tells us, well, if I set up these ratios, so for instance, if we use that ratio to find the scale factor, that 6:3 ratio, we know all ratios of side lengths must be equal. That tells me this ratio, 6:3, must equal the second ratio, which would be x/4. Now, if you're saying, where did we get the 6:3? Well, once again, that's coming from that side DE and that side AB. So we have the side length 6 and a side length 3, and we set it up as a ratio. And that second ratio is coming from that side DF, which is x, we don't know it right now, and that side AC, x/4. We know all ratios must be equal, so we're setting the two ratios that represent each side lengths equal to each other. Next, we solve. To solve a proportion, we cross multiply. 6 times 4 is 24. 3 times x is 3x. If I divide each side by 3, I end up with x equals 8. Once again, we end up with 8 feet. The proportion method is often the best method to use. It'll often give you that answer in a more efficient manner. Okay, so going forward, we want to work with that proportion method. Now be very careful. Notice we set it up a certain way. We did 6:3 and x/4. So we did, once again, 6:3 and x/4. We have to be careful. The 6 represents that larger triangle. The 3 represents that smaller triangle. So we kind of went large to small. And notice, once again, for our second ratio, we went large to small. Be careful. Don't flip your ratios around or you'll end up with a different answer. Now the second question is going to ask us to do something very similar as the previous problem. Now before we get into finding those missing side lengths, notice it's going to give us the following statement. We read this as triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. So that squiggly line means is similar. So sometimes that'll pop up instead of the word similar. So once again, we read that as triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Now, if we're talking about similar figures, we know, well, they're the same shape. We also know something important about the side lengths. The ratio of lengths of corresponding sides are equal. If I know what this ratio is, or what this ratio simplifies to, I could use that to help me find the next missing side length. So let's take a look at this. Well, question 1 is going to ask us, what is the scale factor going from triangle ABC to triangle DEF? Well, remember, to find the scale factor, we have to set up this ratio of one side to the other corresponding side. So we have this triangle ABC, and we have side length AC is 12 centimeters. Now its corresponding side would be DF, which is 6 centimeters. Now we have to be careful. It's going to say, what is the scale factor going from triangle ABC to triangle DEF? Now because that DEF is the last triangle, I have to set side DF on top and side AC on the bottom. So when I set this up, I'm going to set it up as 6 to 12. Once again, the 6 refers to the side DF, the 12 refers to the side AC. If we simplify this, we end up with a ratio of 1/2. That simplest form, that tells us the scale factor of this triangle is 1/2. That makes sense because notice triangle DEF is smaller. And by smaller, we use the word a reduction. It means it's going to be smaller. So it makes sense that we're dealing with a small number. In this case, it makes sense we're dealing with 1/2. In other words, that's telling us each side length on our second triangle, this triangle DEF, is half of triangle ABC. For instance, we have AC is 12 centimeters, side DF is 6. It's half of AC. Now we know similar figures that these side lengths, these ratios are all equal. So we also know AB and DE, well, side DE is half of AB. Last but not least, we also know side length BC and side length EF are corresponding sides. Once again, EF is going to be half the size or the length of side length BC. So we found our scale factor, it's 1/2. Next, it's going to ask us what is the length of side AB. So in other words, we're asked to find the length of side AB. Well, in order to find a missing side length, once again, we have two options. We can use that proportion. So if we're using that proportion, we know for similar figures the ratios are equal. So what I can do is I can set up a ratio, x to 2.5, x to 2.5 equals, and we know this ratio is going to equal another ratio. Well, let's set up another ratio. How about side length AC and side length DF? 12 to 6. Now for cross multiplying, x times 6 would give us 6x, and 12 times 2.5 would give us 30. If I divide each side by 6, I end up with x equals 5. So once again, we use a proportion and we end up with 5 centimeters. We know AB, side length AB, is 5 centimeters. Now that makes sense because we know the scale factor is 1/2. So triangle DEF, all the sides are half of triangle ABC. If I work in reverse, if I know that this is 2.5, I can work in reverse. 2.5 times 2 would give me 5. So we know 5 is that right answer there. Now that last question is going to ask us, what is the length of side EF? So we'll use Y to represent that missing value. So once again, we're going to be using a proportion. I would stay consistent and I would use that 12 to 6 ratio equals, and once again, 13 to Y. Okay, and we're getting that 13 and that Y, once again, from those corresponding sides. So next, we're going to cross multiply. 12 times Y is 12Y. 13 times 6, in this case, would give us 78. Last but not least, we're going to divide each side by 12. And we end up with Y equals 6.5. So once again, that tells us side length EF is 6.5 centimeters long. Now that makes sense once again because we know the scale factor. If side length BC is 13 centimeters, well, we know side length EF is a half. The scale factor is half, so it's half of 13, which would be 6.5.